Hi, it's Jessie from Peach Manifesto, and today we are reviewing the new Luxio Spring Summer collection. So starting off with Jaded, which is this really lovely kind of blue. There's like a little hit of green to it. It's definitely like a semi-sheer. And I have really been loving the semi-sheers just because they're really, really easy to blend and do fades with, and I do a lot of fades. But as you can see in two coats, it totally reaches full opacity. Glimpse is a nude, and it is also kind of like a semi-sheer as well. You could probably get it really close to one coat if you did a thicker coat. As you can see, you can't really see through it, but it does blend quite easily. And then on the second coat, it does reach full opacity again. And beautiful nude color. And then we have Lustful, which is this like really beautiful kind of like baby pink color, which I have been wanting something like this for a while. And then again, it is like a semi-sheer, where it does build up on that second coat really, really nicely. Like you can do very, very thin coats and blend with these ones so nicely. The first three I would definitely consider more spring, as they're kind of like in that pastel range. And then the next ones are more brighter and vibrant. So then we have Persuasion, which is a pearl. It is kind of like a deep like a lipstick pink, and then it has like a purple kind of pearl finish. This is basically a one coater. I do two coats just so you can see it's like full depth. And yeah, like I said, it doesn't really need it, but it is super gorgeous. I love when they come out with pearls because they don't do that very often. Next up is Instinct, and it kind of looks yellow, but when you see it next to yellow, it's not. It's very much an orange, just like a really kind of light orange or a yellow toned orange. And this does build up really nicely in two coats as well. It's a very, very nice color. I definitely don't really have anything like it, but stay tuned for the swatching comparisons at the end. And then we have Virtue, which looks right now like a really kind of true red. It is not. It is a very orangey red. And you will see in the comparisons what I mean by that. It is a beautiful color, and I'm glad I got it. It's almost in that like kind of coral red family, if you know what I mean. Definitely no blue tones in this red at all. It is super gorgeous. I also picked up a new gel play that was new to me anyway. I never got it because I already had a red, and I never realized that this was basically like a neon orange, not really a red at all. And sorry that I'm out of frame in this one. That's totally my mistake. And with the gel play paints, they definitely are like one coat coverage. So I thought I would compare the Jaded to my blues, and there really is nothing comparable. I go through quite a few. It is a blue, but it does kind of have that little green tinge, and I know it wouldn't compare to any of my greens either. It leans so much on the blue side, so I didn't bother comparing it with the greens at all. As you can tell, it is a super unique color, and I have nothing like it. Then next with Glimpse, this wonderful nude. A lot of my ladies like the nudes, or the neutrals, so I thought I would compare this. Obviously, it's not pink at all. The only thing that I thought it might be close to would be the OCD Proud. It is not. OCD Proud is much darker, more brown. The Gel Plain Nude, it's not really comparable to as well for comparison. Yeah, it is pretty unique to my collection. I do like to have a ton of nudes on hand. Everybody's kind of version of their perfect nude is a little different. So there's lots of neutrals and stuff on this wheel, and this will be an excellent addition as it is super unique, and I'm sure my ladies will love it. Next up is Lustful, and I'm starting at the very palest part of my pinks with Haven and Fairy, and then Pageant Pink. Not really comparable. It's like just slightly different than the Pageant Pink, and then much lighter than Daintiest and Small But Cute, and all these other ones are much, much too dark. This is probably the lightest pink I have, it seems, and I'm really glad that I got it because it's super unique to my collection. So I thought I would start off comparing Persuasion with my pinks, and it's not really fitting in too much, though it is really the same tone as that raspberry, is it Crush or Dazzle? Yeah, Raspberry Dazzle. So it's in the same tone as that, which I think that would make a really nice pairing. And then it's just a little bit too dark for kind of the rest of the pinks in there. It's actually darker and more shimmery than this one here. And then I thought I would compare it to Movella as well, and obviously it's not comparable at all, but I kind of wanted to do it as it is a shimmery type color as well. Then on to the reds to compare it with, and it is actually a little similar to Madame President, except for it has more shimmer and more like kind of a pink tone to it. And then if you look at it next to Muse, you see that it is a bit more pink, and though it does kind of seem to go into this like reddish family, and then Desire and a lot of the other ones is just a little too light for, but it is kind of in that same tone as Desire, but like I said, it's a pearl and Desire is like a glittery color, so, and Persuasion is lighter. So Instinct, I thought I would just show you what it looked like next to Dauntless. Obviously it looks very orange next to Dauntless and Gel Play Yellow, so I thought I would just bring it straight to the oranges. Kind of just like skip by kind of the corally oranges and get right in there. This is the Gel Play orange. Obviously it's much lighter than that, and it is a little similar to the Fusion Paints 101, but it is actually a little bit more brighter and more kind of like neon almost in person. And then obviously not to be compared with the browns, but here's it next to the Fusion 101 again. It is more neon in person. In fact, it really goes well with Beamy Zest, if that'll give you a neon comparison at all. Then we have Virtue. It's a very orangey red, but like it doesn't quite fit in with the oranges. But as you can see, it kind of does have a lot of the same tones in that kind of orange family. So I just thought I would show you that as a bit of a comparison. And then into the reds. Now, there is, I have like my favorite reds, right? And kind of on camera here, it does look a little similar to Prerogative, but it is actually much more brighter in person. I kind of have to bring up some other colors to kind of show it more properly. Like my favorite red that I've been using all the time is Tantalizing. That's like my Christmas red, like that true red with like a bit of blue in it. And as you can see, it kind of, once you get that in there, you can see that it is lighter than Persuasion, almost a little bit more neon orangey. Obviously not as neon as some, but, and this is Flame Red. I thought I would kind of show the comparison of that as well, between Smolder and Scoundrel. Now I find this one is actually a little bit more neon. I keep saying the word neon for that red and this orange here, but it is true, and neon oranges don't really capture super well in my camera, so I hope this is coming across the differences, that it is a difference. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you all later. Bye bye.